So when the LC10 hit Warzone, it was dubbed as a long-range SMG, and it kind of fills that role fairly well. Let's take a look at that versus a few other guns. But first, before we get into that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I know a lot of you guys aren't hitting the subscribe button, and those of you that are new, welcome aboard. Let's get into this. So stacking the LC10 up against the MAC-10 and the Cold War MP5, as those are pretty much the main guns that we're going to see running around Warzone right now for SMGs. So we're going to notice that the fire rate is the lowest of the three, as well as the ADS being the highest of the three. However, it does have an extremely fast sprint to fire time at 83 milliseconds and a tac sprint to fire of 150 milliseconds, which is a large gap from the MAC-10 and the MP5. So as you can see here on True Game Data's website, it's a whole thing, right? The LC10 does a few things fairly well, but it is definitely not a movement gun. So what we'll see is the movement speed is going to be 4.82 meters per second versus the MAC-10's 5.26 meters per second. However, once we start looking at a few things, we're going to notice that these guns stack up in the actual practical ways you use them. The LC10 does come out in a fairly good light. So stacking these up, we're going to run sprint to fire time. I'm using the Fin as our round out gun as you use at a distance. As we see here, the Cold War MP5 is definitely the fastest sprint to fire gun in the group. However, the LC10 holds an edge for a very long time. Now, think about this. How often are you in engagements within 7 meters? It's fairly rare. And in that distance, you're going to get one tapped by a shotgun, or you're going to get a couple tapped by a guy using snake shots or something like that. So really, the MP5 isn't the way to go in that range either. So the LC10 is going to be the pick until about 18 meters. And even then, 24 meters, which is a good distance, it's going to hit its shots and do fairly well. The LC10 is fairly easy gun to control, as you can see here in the recoil patterns. But the big key with the LC10 is hitting those headshots. As you see, switching our chart to headshots, it makes a massive difference, and the LC10 actually is competitive with the Cold War MP5 as far as sprint to fire goes. So keep that in mind, is hit those headshots if you can, because it absolutely matters with the LC10. So the loadout that I'm going to run here is going to be the Sound Suppressor Task Force Barrel, the Tiger Team Spotlight, the Patrol Grip, and the 45 round mag. And that is how I'm going to round this gun out. Really, it works fairly well, fairly decent movement. It does what I need it to do. But I'm going to let you guys check out this gun in game. If you like this video, give it a like. If you like me, give me a subscribe. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you around.
Oh, you just... Bye-bye.